Right now, save 60% off absolutely everything at Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory at our biggest sale of the year. That's right, 60% off everything in stores and online. Save big with sweaters for adults from $14.99 at Gap Factory. And at Banana Republic Factory, doorbuster sweaters start at $19.99. Hurry, these prices won't last. Search our store locator for your nearest Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory store or shop us online.
Blog Talk Radio.
To funk with motherfuckers for the motherfucking moment. Now, who got the beat that makes you bum? And who got the thump that makes you thumb? Well, I got the funk that makes you bum. So we gon' funk this motherfucker right on up. Well, here's a toast to the boogie while I step on in. So put your lighters in the air and let the smoke kick in. I got the motion, the potion. And once priest hit the groove, everything is in motion. We coasting through the neighborhood and looking around. And all of my homies on lockdown or either underground. Man, I done found the only way to put mine down is to dip and skip with the homies from the dog pound. What's up, Bow Wow? How my niggas feeling? No, I'm on a money mission to get a pocket full of millions like Sicilians. We do it mafioso. Doggy style, dog pound, death row was the logo. I do it by my lonely cause I'm true to the core. Plus I die with the homies cause that's all I really love to. Started with me, who departed with me? Through thick and thin, heartless ass G's. Regardless, let's see. What bifocals? Don't try the locals. And y'all wonder why they despise my vocals. I fooled you like crystals, raps fitting like clips do. When I dismiss you, me and my clique fool. A high roller, you need a pistola and about a half a key of some Coca-Cola. Now that I got older, I got a little colder, and I don't trip to get a chip off my nigga's shoulder. Man, dreams of a gangster being like Cagney or Bogey, but Snoop Doggy ain't no follower. Man, I'm a general, so when I put it down, I got to be so original. I'm quick to bust, just like Daz Dillinger, but that's the little homie, and I'm the big homie Snoop Don Corleone. Spitting 3 words of enlightenment. As long as I'm bouncing with this, I know you're liking this. For sure though, you can't take my photo. I'm laying low throwing the BPG in the great photo. Getting pushed around town in the back of the car. The double R from the dirt to the stars. Well, in verse 3, the word C after part 2. No end, I start to plot, the beat got hard too. And just the two of us, gon' show you how we do. I thought you knew we bust. I demolish, stay polished, got no time to rust. No dividing, multiplying, cause there's never too much. Like Luther, cause you see, ain't no loser that can get the scoop on the super duper snooper. I abuse the tactics, you ain't used to drastics. I choose to match like Land Cruisers. You know I can zick the bomb, dig a D, bomb by Z. They can get with the D-Go double G. You know what me slash master ceremonies, running things from the strength, call him Snoop Pesky. Lessons, blessings, stresses manifest me. Don't wanna test me, I'm guaranteed to let it rest, see.
Man. wanna fuck with you. There's no one else I'd rather do. I just wanna fuck with. I just gotta fuck with. I just gotta fuck with. I just wanna fuck with. I just wanna fuck with you. There's no one else I'd rather do. I just wanna fuck with. This love is just too fantastic. It's extra loud. The way you make me feel is drastic. Without a doubt, I'm feeling kinda open, all up in my brain. Damn, that brain is too off the chain. How can I restrain? Fuck it, let's sustain this forever and a day, baby. I just wanna fuck with you. 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 There's no one else I'd rather do. I just wanna fuck with you. I just gotta fuck with you. I just gotta fuck with you. I just wanna fuck with you. I just wanna fuck with you. There's no one else I'd rather do. I just wanna fuck with you. In the backseat honeymooning, I'm kinda loud. On the edge we stay living. Up in the clouds, bottles always popping. You I'd rather drink. Gonna get crazier than you think. How can I explain? All up in my brain. Fuck it, let's sustain this forever and a day, baby. I just wanna fuck with you. 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 There's no one else I'd rather do. I just wanna fuck with you. I just gotta fuck with you. I just gotta fuck with you. I just wanna fuck with you. I just wanna fuck with you. There's no one else I'd rather do. I just wanna fuck with you. Tell me again that we are more than just friends. So tell me again that we are more than just friends. Now let me get this straight. All up in my cake like your name was Duncan Hines. You wanna put it on the line. I ain't playing no games, wearing your last name. You wanna stay, that's what you say. This shit is cray, this shit is cray, this shit is cray. Seen a lot, but I never seen a lover quite like you. Chemistry on a trillion D, I gotta fuck with you. How can I say no to all that spending? All the nights my legs are trembling. Cops caught us fucking, kept it moving. Fucking other niggas this day I'm choosing. You got me on a high, southwest. When you shoveling my cake, you're the best. With you ain't gotta act crazy, no stress. How can I protest? Shit, I digress. I just wanna fuck with you. 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 There's no one else I'd rather do. I just wanna fuck with you. I just gotta fuck with you. I just gotta fuck with you. I just wanna fuck with you. I just wanna fuck with you. There's no one else I'd rather do. I just wanna fuck with you.
I call this one the industry shakedown. Now the reason I call it the industry shakedown is cause a lot of niggas have fucked up. And what I mean by fucked fucked up is they don't want to see the game played right. So me and my nigga Pete Rock gonna show y'all how to play the game right. Feel me? I can't stop rocking. I was born to keep it hot. Fought through miles of pain just to get what I got without crying. Took mad shots without dying. Man, they know when I'm in town, mad heads start flying. Whoever thought that I would be dealt a hand that would make me the most feared lyrical man? Ass tone, how it feel not to be able to sleep. I was laying on them in his dream, squeezing on the heat. I kept the pressure on them. Now I'm universal. Now we play this money game called hand reversal. I remember when I thought that I could rock at Def Jam while I was watching other niggas caught up in a death scam. I remember when I stepped to Leo, I should have blown him, cause that cracker been a crook ever since I first known him. Thought I sailed to Atlantic, but there's niggas working for him that'll sink the whole label like the fucking Titanic. What I gotta do is run some dick up in Sylvia Roan so she can hear Bumpy rocking on this microphone. Maybe I can electrify her brain, show her how I take love and turn it to pain. I never been an ass kisser, I call it if it's right. If rappers ain't gay or dykes, then they unplugging your mic. My shit is cordless, I'm thugged out and wild as shit, and I'm coming for my crown. It's Bumpy Knuckles, baby, and it's the industry shakedown. Believe that. Ha. Word up. Ha ha. Yeah. Word up. That's right, nigga. Me and my nigga Pete Rock gonna show you motherfuckers how to shake it down. You ready for this one? Check it out. Feel me? When I spit hot potato, I was peeping Tommy Boy, but didn't wanna be the next act that they would destroy. See, labels be all on your dick when they see you at some paper, but I flipped the game, cause I pulled the capers, got way more nuts than date rapers. You better be trying to get yourself for office way on top of that skyscraper. I bring the ruckus, your money looking proper. Have you ever been stuck up by a hardcore hip hopper? Forgot you signed a copper, a real Donnie Brasco, a nigga with mics and tape recorders all up in his asshole. Speaking of police, I found an Interscope, and when I looked through the hole, what I saw was dope. I saw a new nigga sitting behind a big desk with a big head and a big chest and a big belly, talking on a celly, hating real players, cutting niggas' throats like he was trying to be the mayor. Then some niggas rushed in, punched him in his mouth, threw him down on the floor and started stomping him out, screaming, "Fuck Steve Stout!" Serve street justice, crying on the floor with your lip all busted. You went out like a pussy. Fuck the dough you got, cause with all that money, nigga, you still can't buy hearts. Only gangsters play the part. I'm still around to bring you the industry shakedown. To the beat rock, and you don't stop. To the beat rock, and you don't stop. My nigga Pete Rock, and you don't stop. I never felt like I should have to hold back anything I say, so I make the kind of records Red Alert don't play, because I flow too hard. My voice is penetrating, or maybe a crate needs renovating. I'm used to hating, that's why I'm hockey on you niggas, sticking and skating. I heard about the Blaze battle, they asked me to be in it, but did not consider me one of the 50 great. So I reviewed my tapes, figured my position, sat and thought for a minute, grabbed the phone and said, listen, I sell less records than some niggas out with a deal, but we made more cash and all my diamonds is real, and you want me to battle for a rollie that I'ma take anyway? Better leave me the fuck alone, Bumpy Nuts don't play. It made me laugh when I think about how Gary Harris tried to play me, then got fired and all fucking embarrassed. Fly shit is that he saw me with a smile at a club, reached to shake my fucking hand and draw back a nub. All them temporary spots will be filled time again. You can hate me now, but I will rhyme again. Fall down, climb again. More wild, more corrupt, still spitting more shit, more foul, more abrupt, and I'll never put my two guns down, cause I need them for the industry shakedown. Yeah. That's right. That's what the fuck I call an industry shakedown. And there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that I didn't name in this motherfucking song, but I'll tell you this much. Don't think I forgot, motherfuckers, cause I reserve my options. It's Bumpy Knuckles, baby. Huh? And the Chocolate Boy Wonder. I'll show you niggas a fast way.
Yeah. Now we imagine 20 years with a bitter bitch in the same drama. Dame told you do this shit and you don't see Dame Karma. K9 on your ass, nigga, no distraction. Pussy nigga wearing pink, guess he think he matching. I'ma paint a picture, let the niggas make the caption. Fuck bars, I'ma tell niggas what really happened. You hear this tone, you know the Mac is in my seat. You see exactly what I see, you know my rap is not for free. You send them pussy niggas to the hill to trap me in the beat. You singing, ain't gon' be no backup bitch with me. I chew that nigga to my teeth first. Don't even hit the weed first. Bitches, you first. Much dirt I got on you, don't even need no research. Hand filthy, heart guilty, nigga like me need church. Tax know you as the nigga that snitched on the rock. DC Crips only know you the nigga they shot. OG niggas don't have no history with you on the block, and everybody seen the footage I got. Ever since 10, you was a thirsty nigga. I ain't gonna talk about the time you fucked your sister. 2002, you lost 50 pounds, also in your liver. Now you tryna sell niggas liquor. Nigga, you always play the sucker part. Where was all that Rico shit when you left Jim and Rucker Park? Matter of fact, I'm on a true life change. But let's get back to that smack and that true life change. Damn, bro, man, the whole fucking land knows. After that 50 shit, you moved to Orlando. You had the nigga Jim on the radio. Where did Cam go? Where did Cam go? We all understand though. You not really built for this shit. You not ready to kill for this shit. But no regrets. You gotta live for protect to get murder respect. Nigga, are you and you dipped on a set? I'm the fucking cough in the swine flu. You could out rhyme boo. I'm your prime time too. Never pay for my mistakes, cause that's not what crimes do. Bitches fuck me, but that's what dimes do. Somebody wanna jump in, tell them come share. I'm starting to feel like we don't really compare. I'm the pretty nigga, wrist litty somewhere. Diplomat only mean that you ain't from here. You had a run here, but y'all niggas is done here. All these pretty women and y'all niggas bringing guns here. Yeah, nigga, you way past the gun line. Every time you talk of me, you sound like one time. I fucked the king of rap, bitch, when I was unsigned. And made that nigga Diddy sign me off for one line. Don't blame me for the past, and I won't blame you for the crash. And my nigga Huddy on a dummy mission, and he crashed. Get it, I know you need money, I get it. I know your digital sales, I know about your digits. I know Sony Red, they wanna see your shit distribute. I know it's cricket, so fuck it, use my name so they can click it. I made you, I raised you, why would I play you? When you dealing with this power, nigga, flex can't save you. Me a Morin, drive the foreign, kick the door in. Ladies treat me like him important. I don't even think of scoring, I just run the floor in. He get alley-oop it to me like in Boston. On some Curry shit, y'all just talking. Heard that often, had to rap again. Y'all was born them. Now you can tell Dave East, ASAP Mob, whatever you want. The whole hood know I'm the origin. You rob Jewels on some Diddy shit. Then when Jim start ballin', you get back on some sissy shit. You even had the nerve to call up Sham and use his basketball skill to steal the name Jelly Fam. Damn, Cam, I thought more of you. But when I think about it, this really all you do. You really not that fly, you really not that guy, you really not that wise. I'm really not surprised. All pride aside, you try to pay Lottie mom's side with your lies. Now I'm like, fuck it, Drago, if he dies, he dies. Ain't no unity. Ain't no children of the corn, ain't no you and me. Any nigga ever got diplomat immunity with niggas who rather don't wanna snitch on their community. Damn. And that's word to my nigga Big L, to my nigga fucking Trail, to that nigga Bigger Vel, to my nigga Loon, and all my niggas in the cell. Hope you hold your head, I hope y'all niggas doing well. This Mace nigga, I invented the curve. I'm the name on the ribbon on the bird. I'm done rapping with you. You always be my bitch, you got my fucking name tatted on you.
What it do, y'all? It's your boy King Eric the Great, and you're now tuning in at the livest show on Friday nights, Off the Cuff Radio. I have the Guillotine in the building. Where y'all at, B?
What up, what up? 2 up, 2 down, Southside where I reside, DA all day.
What it do, what it do?
Right here.
How y'all doing tonight?
And I got Ila R Da Sandman.
First and foremost, Happy Turkey Day to my fucking team.
Hey.
Gobble, gobble.
You already know. I hope y'all ate well. I know I ate well. Bird came out pretty good, properly seasoned. Had the mac and cheese, the stuffing. What may have you all the fixings. Check out the Instagram. I had the fish on deck. Got the shrimp on deck. You know. The Sandman 27.
That's right. And this show is sponsored by Da Vinci. If you want to get that fly clothing, follow it on IG, THYVINCII.
Make sure you have those 2 eyes at the end. And make sure you tell your friends. Da Vinci got the hats, he got the jeans. Look here, B. Like I said from before, you wanted to holler at that pretty girl? hey, make sure you wear some Da Vinci before you go holler at that pretty girl, and she will be up to that date.
And she won't curb you either.
You know what I'm saying?
But before we go on and bring our special guest of the night out, the lovely Dalya Riley, I want to ask y'all a question here about the joint we just played. What do y'all think of that Mase joint? Because I got to play this instrumental right here because the guns are coming out tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, you stupid. When the guns come out. Because it's Black Friday.
What that nigga say? Friday. I do my best because my man said it on Lord.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real today. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I had a horrible day today, but that's neither here nor there. It's definitely a Black Friday. And before I even want to touch on the Mase shit, shouts go out to Bumpy Knuckles for that industry shakedown track that still hasn't aged to this day.
Definitely. For all y'all that have not heard the Industry Shakedown album, I believe it came out on 2000 on Land Speed Records, and it's Bumpy, a.k.a. Freddie Fox, always kept it raw and uncut. When it came down to the politics of the record industry, he wasn't shy about letting people know, the hypocrisies and everything, the inaccuracies, the fuckery, and all types of, the dirtiness that goes on in the game that can soil your name. And Bumpy was
he was also the muscle on Favor Unit, Queen Latifah's crew. He was the muscle.
Oh yeah, we can't forget to tell our listeners. We can't forget to tell our listeners about the situation that happened with him and old girl from from the Record Coalition, Wendy Day, about how he helped her out when a certain artist owed her some money and stiffed her.
Hold on, wait. See, that's the thing. See, like you got so much information. That's why we fuck with you. But let's not get too far off track. You know what I'm saying? Let's not get too far off track. Because
we're gonna bring that around full surface.
Yeah, I just wanted to say simply, shouts go out to Bumpy Knuckles for that track. We know we have to play that track because, it's Black Friday. It sets the mood for this track that Mase came out with called The Oracle. Shouts go out to Batman. Like, Mase really coming like this? Wow.
I guess
and if I'm not mistaken, did he just say, tell Dave East too that he was that he was he's basically a man, he's the man in New York. He didn't say that at those exact words, but he did say something similar to that, according to Dave East. I know I heard that.
The Cold Party said he got real disrespectful about this record, especially when he said in 2002 you lost 50 pounds, ulcers in your liver, and now you're trying to sell liquor, nigga. Like, damn.
Yeah, because Cam used to he had his folks had a liquor store close around my hood. As a matter of fact, he had a liquor store. We call it the concourse. The concourse is all right. Everybody has this around their neighborhood or whatever, like a stretch, like a stretch of land, not a stretch of land, excuse me, a long ass block, long ass street with nothing but stores and where you shop at, like a shopping area. We call that the concourse, and his liquor store was around that area.
Yeah, matter of fact, I believe in 2003, 2004, he actually did an interview with the Source magazine, and he talked about that in terms of the ulcer because he talked about his whole diet in general in terms of how, he was just eating a lot of buffalo wings, drinking, and he wasn't healthy. And his liver started acting up. He went to the hospital, his stomach was hurting. And he went up in there with a gun talking about, y'all going to find out what's wrong with me.
And I'm reading
Yeah, I mean, it's in the article. But a lot of the stuff.
Hold on, see, man, hold on. Chilla, I think Chinchilla is trying to talk, but we can't hear her properly. Say that again, Chinchilla.
I was just saying, damn, that nigga took the gun in the hospital and tried to slam on the nigga to get him healthy again. He took the gun in the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah, ran up on the doctor, be like, well, y'all need to figure out what's wrong with me. I guess because they didn't know, and I guess they kept maybe giving him what he thought was a runaround or what have you.
He said, I got my insurance, nigga. Fuck what y'all heard.
And the cold part about the Mace track, the cold part I want to say about the Mace track, I'm reading the reason why he put it out. He said, I quote, I let too much pass, and I was going to continue to let it pass, but when somebody don't stop, I had to just spank them one time. It was really the point where Camron said he had to kill me. I let a lot of things slide, but when you start getting to the body harm or aspect of things, I can't let that slide. That's what really this is all about. I know I'm lyrically better than a lot of people. It's just when people throw my name out there, I just didn't feel like it was anything I needed to respond. Okay.
Now that you say that, King, now the track makes a lot more sense because, yes, Cam have been poking fun. Not even only Cam, all the Dipset been poking fun at Mace for years. And Mace never really said much. Alluding to one of the comments that you have posted. You stupid, King. You were saying that, damn, this must have been pent up frustration for like 20 years.
Well, people got to remember, too, people got to remember going back some years when Camron, I believe, was on Hot 97, and he basically was, just talking all disrespectful about Mace and everything. He called in, rather, I believe, and while Mace was in the studio, and, he was just, talking all crazy and this, that, and the other, So this is something in terms of the Harlem Heat and reference of who's got the most, juice in the street. These guys have been beefing for a while, and we thought that fire had been cool, but Mace decided he was going to light it ablaze again and burn the whole forest down, letting them know he was ready to fight. So,
but that's the thing. They wasn't even beefing. Like when it comes to beefing, it has to be shots thrown back and forth, and that's why I'm glad that King made it clear. Like Mace really hasn't been throwing any shots until now, and I'm not gonna lie. Especially like me talking about Mace at this type of caliber. It means a lot because it's like, yo, it was a real good chess move. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't expect something like this from Mace. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's like he bust in on his wife playing with her pussy to a Camron video or something, and that was the last straw. That's how he was on that track.
Well, I mean, look, I guess he put down.
Lord.
Look, he put down the Bible for a second and threw out the booyahs. So
that nigga put the Bible down and shot the cannon on Killer.
Nigga Mace thought he was back on G on it, like.
Well, check this out here. I'm gonna check. We're gonna go ahead and bring on our guest of the night because she's gonna throw more gasoline into this already blown up fire. We have the lovely Dalia Riley in the building. She's gonna throw some more gasoline on here. You there, love?
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
What up? How you?
We gotta put some respect to your name. You're on our show. Standing ovation. Right. Throw the rose petals on there.
I love it.
Standing ovation.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you was around, we'd have the complimentary cheese and crackers and, bottled water and,
You would call that, Sam.
I know you would. I feel that love. I feel that. Thank you so much. And thank you guys for having me today. This really means a lot to me. that
Thank
I was
you.
able.
It's Black
We
Friday.
thank you
We on
for
our
coming on.
fuckery shit. We on our
AKA
fuckery
Happy
shit. You know, it's
Easter Day.
Fuckery Friday. Exactly.
That's right. Exactly. It is Fuckery Friday. In fact, that is very, very
The
true.
guns are out today.
Well,
Just
happy
like-
Thanksgiving to everybody on the show here that was gracious enough to have me and everybody listening.
Happy
And so
Thanksgiving to you.
Oh, thank you.
I hope the holidays went well. I hope you still eating good like most niggas are. You know, they done put some up in the fridge, took it back out this morning for breakfast. That's what I did.
Absolutely, absolutely. I ate good. I went out into the shopping madness for a little while. I guess the stores are open for 48 hours, so I did a little. I didn't do too much damage, but I did a little damage. But yeah, so I really appreciate you guys having me on the show. So, well, I mean, first off, what's happening? What do you guys want to discuss today? I have a couple of things that I want to discuss, but what do you guys want to discuss?
Well, right now, we're talking about this bomb that Mace done dropped on Camron, like shot firing.
Hey, look, got the chain gun on him.
Straight up, Rambo in that nigga.
Man, you know what? I'll be honest. Like, I do respect this move from Mace because, he has been a man of God for a long time. He's been doing his thing with that. And I respect when a man decides he wants to take a journey and he doesn't care about what people think about it, But every now and then, it's a time for everything. So I guess this is a time for him, to, like you said, maybe he walked in on his wife doing something shady. I don't know. But this is his time to kind of come out of his little, hiding that he was in, kind of like from the game as far as, getting involved in anything like this. So, yeah, this is the surprise.
Can I say one thing, though? I didn't mean to cut you off. Can I say one thing? Just one thing. Yeah, he's been doing the whole, Christian thing for a long time, but he did have that setback. And it wasn't like a minor setback. This dude had a major setback to the point we went down with G-Unit. It's like, my dude, what is going on? Like, that's, I'm not going to lie, like, it just didn't make any sense to me. But I understand what you're saying afterwards, then, yeah, he stayed out the music scene, and he was, basically just building off of God, I guess you could say that.
Well, honestly, as far as like the G-Unit thing, and I feel that sometimes as artists, you make a move that maybe not be a good match, and I think that wasn't maybe not a good match for him as an artist. Maybe he should have took a different approach, but you live and you learn when you make a business move like that. I just think personally maybe he should have went independent for where he was trying to go.
Definitely. And Miss Riley, T-Maxx and DA, how you doing? Definitely. We're seeing that you have the scoop on a lot of the industry. There is some rumors. I don't know how much you know about that situation, but we're going to ask you, but not before we get to let our listeners know a little bit about yourself in terms of, I read in your bio,
like damn, T-Mac, my dude T-Mac, he going straight for the gusto. He like, yeah, I know about you. Yeah, I want that dirt. Spill that pot of tea all over the place. Yeah, that's what I love.
Yeah,
for the blood.
But definitely, but reading your bio, you're definitely, born and raised Gardenia. Shout out to the West Coast.
Already?
That's right.
You were quite the your bio reads as a very impressive, resume of vocal achievements and being in the industry. Performing with your tremendous talents. Could you tell our listeners about, your you coming up, on the West Side, and as you're maturing into music and, your journey through the industry?
Well, Well, thank you. Yeah, I started real young when I was about 16 years old. I was in high school in jazz ensemble with Keela Stewart, who sang on a lot of Tupac records. And she asked me to come and sing in a group that her and her brother Mosey, who was the producer of those records, she asked me to come and sing in a group, and we had a group, and we started doing talent shows all throughout Long Beach. And I went to Long Beach Poly, so I went to school, same school Snoop Dogg went to. His wife was in, our class, and I grew up kind of in that whole thing. And then after that, I just continued to be in the studio pretty much all the time, writing songs. I ended up working with producers like Jared Belergio, who was the producer of Brownstone Records and several other large records. And that was during the time when those songs were on the radio and hot, and then those artists like the 3Ts and G Wiz, and they were all pretty hot during that time. So I was a young girl coming up in that, and so that just kind of landed me as somebody to be in the studio with for various reasons, because I ended up wearing various hats throughout the years and working with so many different people that to date I've written catalogs with artists like R.Kelly, and Deborah Cox I've written songs with her, and several other artists like Snoop, that I've actually, either if I didn't write those songs, like I was the voice on those songs. And that's pretty much my background as far as how I got into the business. When I started working for R.Kelly, I became a artist developer, songwriter, ghostwriter, and so that consisted of a lot of different moving parts, because when you're doing that, you're much of an inspiration in a lot of ways, and you're writing a lot. And so that's what brought me to where we are today, and things that, I wanted to discuss today, to kind of just clear up some things that, I've been hearing in the media. And I don't really talk often. I avoided all the drama, from people that I've worked with that have had various types of, lawsuits and things of that nature, because I'm not one to be blowing covers, but, in some situations.
And that's why we further appreciate you coming on Off the Cuff Radio and chopping it up with us. Because, like what you said, you're not really used to, just talking and, coming out like that. So this is awesome,
It's great.
Definitely.
We're going to, what I'm saying? We're going to chop it up. We're going to definitely talk about, the ins and outs of, not really the outs of your career. I can't say the outs, but I know when it comes to making music, we all have our ins and outs. We all have the goods and the bad, and that's what makes this music thing so great. Because when you take the bitter with the sweet, that's what makes you better as an artist.
Definitely. Off the Cuff Radio, Blog Talk Radio. We are here with Dalya Riley. Calling number is 1-619-924-0703. Now, Ms. Riley, you mentioned R.Kelly. Call in. Ms. Riley. Now I guess we're gonna go ahead and parachute right into it with one Robert Kelly. Now, over the years, there has been a lot said. We know that the man is a tremendous musical talent, despite certain obstacles he had to overcome in terms of being illiterate, and morphed into one of the greatest songwriters and performers and composers of our generation. But where there is also great genius, there also seems to have been a great level of questionable behavior. And going back to the 1993 issue with Aaliyah about the marriage,
now let's call it, fuck that questionable behavior shit. Let's call it spade a spade. He's a weirdo.
Well, yes, and definitely I get, and with you being on the inside of a lot of those situations, can you tell our listeners what is, and especially with this situation now with him and the sex harem that is allegedly going on, what was really going on with him for all those years, going back to the early 90s, with him in public announcement and ultimately before he went off as a solo artist? What was really
and then
happening
not only
during
that,
those years?
and then not only that, what's the whole thing with? Because you mentioned the whole Aaliyah marriage or what it might have you, but what about this whole thing with him talking about drinking from his mother's cup or whatever? Like when he was at McDonald's and his mother would drink from a cough. Yeah,
because he wanted to say holistic as well. Yeah.
And he had a crush. He had a crush. He is weird. But go ahead though. Go ahead. Like, what say you?
You guys got me all the way. This is hilarious. All right.
Because this is all fact. This is all fact.
Y'all went all the way for the jugular.
Sweetheart, take your time.
Right.
Take your time.
All
Take
right.
your time. Just start where you want to start at. Go right ahead. Do your thing.
Look, since y'all added all of those questions, add on to how you felt working with him on a personal note.
Okay. All right.
Until it hit the cherry on top.
So much. All right. So, okay. So listen, I'm going to level with you guys, and I'm going to level with the world listening, okay? So, I mean, if you think about R. Kelly and you think about, like, his music and his lyrics and things that, he says and things that, he stands for and things of that nature, of course, and things that we've seen in the media and things that he's obviously done and things that he may have done. And with all that said, okay, as far as the thing about his mother and things that I don't know anything about those things. But what I will say to you is,
look it up.
As far as his level of
he actually said that out of his own mouth. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can look it up. But go ahead, continue.
So, as far as his level of him being weird, he can be pretty weird. But the only but there is that, with that is a lot of weird stuff. So, as far as honestly, you guys, I'm going to say this. When you've been in the business, as long as he's been, and you are the kind of artist that he is, which we all know that, he pretty much stands for sex. I mean, if everyone can agree, right?
Of
yeah,
course.
he's inspirational. He's
Okay, right.
and he sings intimacy songs.
He's sex.
12 plays like it's the greatest album he ever did. To this day, I don't care. 12 plays the greatest.
Be real. Yeah, let's just be real. He is the epitome of sex. Okay. And so with that said, I mean, the level of weirdness that comes with that, for him to pull all these sexual songs and ideas out, I don't know to what extreme he takes it to at this present time, okay? But I will say that a man
You're
like
too old
him,
for that, that's why.
Well, people are gonna do what they're gonna do, right? So I mean, that's why I said I'm gonna level with y'all on this, and it's like you got to take it or leave it, because it is what it is. And at the end of the day, as long as he is doing what he's doing and people are buying into it, it'll have a life of its own, At the end of the day, I'm gonna be real.
What it is though? You know what it is that killed me? Because I remember from when he had first married Aaliyah, and this when I was in high school or junior high school. Okay. I probably was a senior in junior high school, and I mentioned that, okay, come on, isn't this dude like 30 years old and she's like 12? And everybody was like, oh, don't hate, why you hating for? I'm sitting there thinking, like, how am I hating? Like, what is going on in this world? Like, did I miss something?
Right. Again, I don't, that part of the whole thing, like, I don't know how any of that transpired or how that transpired or if that was, consensual. I never touched any of that because I wasn't there. But at the end of the day, what I want to say to you guys is, I mean, somebody like that is weird. But and not in his defense, but giving you guys a flip side to the recent stuff about, the harems and this and that and the other. Just being there in the lounges, just being a part of the whole scene and being in it and not of it, because, I'm who I am, and I don't have to unkiss no frogs. But I also know, at the end of the day, who I am as a person. So I'm going to keep it 100 with you guys and say this. There, of course, are women all around the situation, and there are women in various lounges waiting probably to see him or talk to him or whatever, you know what I'm saying, fuck him, whatever the fuck it is, And at the end of the day, the women who are coming there, and I want to say this, I didn't see too many women that were, obviously underaged, as far as if I'm answering the question of did I see young girls while I worked with them,
Right.
I saw women all the time, you know what I'm saying? But some women do shit like this, and this is how it gets all twisted up, even after a person is really probably chilled off of something, is that basically, and my dog's trying to, play with me right now, trying to get her to calm down. Basically, if a woman is waiting in a room for someone like R. Kelly, and he tells her, hey, wait for me in here, and don't talk to anyone, while you're in the hallways or whatever. He doesn't literally mean, be a robot, but maybe he's saying, if you see P. Diddy in the hallway, don't try to, ask for his autograph. But a chick that's like a bird thinks he said, oh, my God, don't talk to someone. Don't talk to anyone. And then if he goes in the studio and he gets drunk and he gets high and he's, vibing and some people come through and he forgets that those women are in there and they're the kind of bird that didn't bring money to buy a pizza, and they repeat that cycle with him every night when he finally remembers that they're in there and he comes in there and hangs out with them or whatever because he's just a weird guy, right? So he has a lot of bitches. That time's dozens and dozens of girls that's doing that. Coming there with a pipe dream thinking, R. Kelly's going to, be my man and this, that, and the other. A lot of times some of that shit is just, a lot of poof, because those are girls that came there broke looking for some extra shit, and not defending him. But what I'm saying is that it's a lot of twists to those kind of situations. It's a lot of girls that's coming there with the wrong ideas and they come in there with the wrong kind of, literally with no money in their pocket.
Well, I can't sit there and say it's twists and turns. And we're not going to dwell on this R. Kelly shit for too damn long during your interview. That's number one. This interview is all about you. I don't give a shit about R. Kelly, really, but, his music is cool.
But how she felt working with him, though, on a personal level.
Let me answer that question because I want to answer all you guys' questions.
Hold on. I'm just saying this. It's not like this is something that was alleged. This is something that's been proven, like I said, going back to what he said about his mother, and now what we're talking about with the whole sex tape or what may have you, this is nothing alleged. We see it with our own eyes. And that's what I'm saying with that, because you were saying that, that basically it could be rumored.
As the tape is concerned, I'll say this. That situation also has a third side. And, parents, don't let your kids hang around celebrities just because they're giving you cash or whatever the case may be, period. And I don't care who it is, period.
Definitely.
So however that happened or whatever happened or didn't happen, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, young girls and their parents, they need to stay close. They don't need to be wandering. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of girls. Sure.
Sure, the boys too, young boys too.
Yeah, that
and
too.
Young boys too. And young boys too. Don't let your kids hang around adults, and if you're not there, that's all I can say. I don't, like I said, for all the other stuff, because it's legal stuff. I'm not going to speak on that, but I'm just going to say at the end of the day, just don't have your children around adults. Be around when they're around adults.
And let me just add the fact that some parents have ulterior motives too. Some parents allow their kids to be around celebrities or people, not even just celebrities, people with a lot of money, thinking that they're going to marry their kids off, or if a scandal breaks out, or sometimes some parents catch wind of something that they didn't allow, and they want to blame the celebrity or the older person. There's a lot of twists and turns that those kind of stories can do. Just for the simple fact, maybe, you know, the parents either money hungry or they feel like, okay, well, you had sex with my daughter and we have proof of it now. You know, we're going to make an example out of you. You're not going to ever do this again because I'm going to take you for all your money. Some are just money hungry. Some actually send their kid out there and for those type of reasons, because not all parents are good parents too. So there's a lot of different twists and turns that those kind of stories take.
Right, and some girls do lie about their age, and like I said, we don't know what the situation was even in this situation, and I can't confirm or deny because of that, because of the fact that I don't know, you know, the depths of it, you know, and which is the reason why I wouldn't
listen, exactly. That's what I was trying to say from Jump Street. We wouldn't want you to try to sit here and try to explain R. Kelly's doings. Fuck that. That's not what this interview is about. You know, like.
But that's why I also wanted to figure out how she felt around him, so she could say if he never made her feel uncomfortable, give a good side, or you know, if that's the case, then let it show a good side to him because we don't know.
She's too old for him. She's too old for him, baby.
No. I love you. No, I like to address all. I like to address all states of mind because I respect that, and because, you know, again, I said I was going to level with you guys, and, you know, I don't have no issues with R. Kelly whatsoever. You know, we ended on good terms as far as business is concerned, and we have no beef, and, they tried to get me in court, you know, on the flip side, on the prosecution, and, you know, I was hiding in D.C. doing my own thing because, you know, I didn't know anything about them looking for me until after that was way over. But because I knew, you know, that, there was all kinds of information and twists to the story, you know, I wasn't going to get involved. So, you know, I was a nutritionist in Washington, D.C. during those years just so that I can have some peace of mind and a break from the game, you know. So as far as how I felt working with him, you know, me and him were cool. We had great times. We used to have, you know, vocal battles in front of magazines, and we did all kind of things together as far as friends is concerned.
Like, don't get me wrong. I know this
we
dude.
We were cool. Like, we ain't got no issues, no problems.
Mind.
Yeah, no shade, no nothing. You know, but
I wouldn't mind working with R. Kelly to this day.
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? Like, his music. That's one thing. That's one thing. Like, when it comes to his music is still undisputed. You know, he had his, you know, his times where his music may not be up to par, but most of his music, yes, we love R. Kelly when it comes to the music.
And personally, you know, we were cool. Like, he didn't do no weird shit to me. I mean, he didn't pee on me, okay? You know, because I've been asked that question, you know, like just people being funny. So on my first interview, I'm finally speaking on it. You know, nobody pissed on me. He didn't ask me to do so. You know what I mean?
All you got to do is
Riley
friends,
on the
right? You know, so we were friends. So, you know, he farted around me. He was funky around me sometimes. He was himself. You know, he is a dude. He's a real dude. But he a little on the weird side because we know that. So
let me state too that we always say on this show that it's not always about people's personal life. When you have true talent and we are consumers and we are part of the market that loves his talent, we listen to him. There's not a lot on a personal level that can make us not listen to him unless it's some real disrespectful shit or like, you know, something that's just, you know, he goes and rapes a 2-year-old or something, then I probably wouldn't listen to his shit. I can't speak for everybody else. But we like to address him on this show that, you know, and that's another reason. That's why I asked you to make sure you put it out there how you feel about working with him and how you feel about him now, because I always want our listeners to understand that, you know, the industry can pull out some bullshit stories. They can pull out some true stories to make people look bad. But at the end of the day, he was talented. Like Sandman said, I still jammed the 12 play. That was the first CD I ever bought along with the Vanessa Williams. So at the end of the day, he's got talent. You know what I'm saying? So it's looking at him one way as far as his talent, and some way different about his personal side. When you have somebody like you that's worked with him and that can come on here and be like, look, I don't know what he did on his personal life. I've heard the rumors, but he's never portrayed that around me. That says a lot about the artists that we're speaking about, and that says a lot about you being real and honest and just saying, hey, that never bothered me. He never bothered me, so I would continue to work with him, and that's why I worked with him. So I always like to break that side out about people, you know, when we're speaking about artists, because like you even said, you know, certain shit I did not know, so I'm not going to sit here and lie like I did know or just try and bring some shit out just to have my, you know, 15 seconds of fame off of him. You got your own shit, so you just being real and honest, and we appreciate that about you. We love the fact that you spoke about it enough and told us, hey, I don't know. And I love the fact that you brought it out that, look, he didn't bother me, so thank you so much.
You know, you're welcome. Yeah, he was always respectful, and he was always a gentleman. You know, I had a friend there. I have a witness. Look, I have a friend. My best friend was with me. She was my assistant at the time. You know, so you know, I mean, we had like he was kind of like, you know, honestly, you know, he was more like Uncle Rob, you know, for us. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he became more like a mentor. You know, so you know what could have been or even might have been, you know, a friendship turned into like more like a mentorship during those times. And like I said, you know, I don't have anything negative to say in reference to those things because it was never like an energy of like, you know, this harem thing or these things that I'm hearing. But like I said, there were girls that were just, and I'm just keeping it 100, just dumbass bitches. They would look real average, a lot of them that were like this. And, you know, they came with probably not a lot of money in their pocket, you know. And I mean, how I would know because I was sitting cool during them times. So anybody that came around us, I mean, during that time, it was before Kanye was hot. He was there, and he wasn't Kanye yet like that. You know what I'm saying? And it was during those times. So
definitely,
the women were like, they were like kind of, you know, I mean, he liked girls that he can kind of, you know, maybe boss around a little bit. You know, those kind of girls, they don't come with no cash. They own mind and they own shit. So my thing is, if you're going to go around these celebrities, have your own money. He walked in on me counting money all the time, my own money, not money that he was even paying me. He paid me cool, you know, but I also came there with my own cash. And I think when women go around these celebrities, it's important for them to have their own shit, too. Don't just be going around these guys thinking like they about to save you and they about to, you know, hook you up, you know. So shout out to R.kelly for even being the dude that even put girls in some hotels. You know what I'm saying? He put a gang of girls in some hotels, and he might not get to fuck all those bitches, right? You know, but damn, if you going to fly out, have your own cash. So if he forget and he get too high and drunk and he forgets to come give you some pizza, bitch, have your own money to buy your own pizza. You know what I'm saying? And then don't go to the media after you do that cycle for a month when he finally maybe comes smash a couple times during that time. You know, after a month and you ain't really getting no real cash, don't get mad and go to the media and say he has you in a sex harem. Because that don't add up. You got to build a case around it.
Going to the situation here that you're involved with now. How did you get involved with Pussycat Dolls? Or were you like their A&R?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. With the situation with Kaya Jones, that's currently in the media.
Before you go, I gotta put on the instrumental for this one here. There we go.
Don't you wish your bitch worked for free? Don't you wish your slut worked for free?
All right.
Here we go.
We got theme songs for everything here.
Thank you. I really appreciate this right here. All right.
Yeah, you stupid.
Kaya Jones. Kaya Jones, how this even ties into the R.kelly situation, pretty simple. He asked me to develop her when she was 13, as she had said in many of her interviews. And me and him, and later on, a few other main big heads helped develop her. And so, well, I mean, her statements, about the Pussycat Dolls, are on a scale of 1 to 10 of accuracy, I'd say below 100. Because, me and Kaya, of course, we go back to when she was 13, and I believe she's about 33 or something like that, right? So
yeah, about that.
With that said, Kaya is doing something that, she kind of told me she was going to do in the summertime, which, I had a little apprehension about. She told me that, and again, I need to give my disclaimer on this because, obviously this, is some pretty crucial information. I would never speak on this.
Look, listen. It's off the cuff radio for a reason. You're safe. We're not gonna incriminate you in no type of way. So
I know
don't
that.
have to worry about that.
No, I know that. What I'm saying is, I'm only saying this because people that are involved in Kaya's like dark clouds, are people who
Only thing we will say is don't say names. Instead of saying
I don't say names, boo. Don't worry about that. So I'm
instead of saying
good.
Eddie, say Freddie. Something like that.
Yeah, ain't gonna be no Freddie. Ain't gonna be no Eddie. Ain't gonna be no Freddie or no Eddie. You can fall back because I'm media trained, boo. I do this. So
that's
I'm
right.
gonna tell you this.
So
I'm gonna tell you this.
You just said them out. You just said all you have to say. So go ahead, do you, baby, off the cuff.
Right.
Do what you do.
Make sure you eat the burn slow.
All right, so here it is, okay? So the people who are involved are dear to me. So this is more personal now, okay? So there are people who, have incurred some damages and some hurt and pain behind the things that Kaya has said. So because of that is the reason why I have to tell the truth about what Kaya is doing. So earlier this summer, Kaya told me that she was going to go political because that was the new way to become popular. And I told her, okay, I ain't never heard of that. And she, continued to tell me more about how she was going to get more popular by, speaking out on things that she doesn't agree with and things that happened in the past with, her in the group and this, that, and the other. And so, I didn't agree with it. And, of course, she mentioned that she was following Trump, and she really didn't care how people felt about it, and blah, 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 blah.
Well, I got him, though.
So as this has transpired, some people have been receiving death threats that are no longer associated with Kaya and have not been for a long time, but because there are still, association connections that are not relevant. They have become under attack. So, with that said, if Kaya is even listening, I don't play those games, Kaya. You don't get people hurt behind your plans to try to be more relevant, because at the end of the day, the truth is that you're upset because after you were fired from the group, your voice was still on the record, and when you brought Nicole to the group, things changed and the temperature changed as far as your relevance to the group, and ultimately your attitude got you fired, and you did not walk away from a contract.
She's starting to dig.
And also, while you did that and you were going through that, okay, you created multiple Twitter accounts, bogus accounts, to attack Nicole. Shout out to Nicole for handling all of that so gracefully, because this happened a long time ago when all this first transpired. That you had all these fake Twitter accounts and you was going on all of this stuff. So you were mad that, and you were bitter that they left your voice on the record, but you got, kicked out the group, and you got a gag order where you couldn't speak or do any records or anything for a period of time. And then when you come out of hiding or whatever,
you stupid.
You continue to keep digging this dirt back up. You keep digging it back up, and then it gets buried again. You keep digging it back up. Now, here's the thing. I respect this game, okay? And at the end of the day, you don't come for a brand just because you're disgruntled. And you're definitely not going to sit here and try to unkiss no frog. Now, whatever you did, number one, as an adult, and number two, okay, you were not the kind of girl that was not in the game the way that girls sometimes get in the game, quote unquote. Because you and I both know, and everybody's going to remain nameless, that you have been with some legends. Okay? Again, those legends don't deserve to be associated with you. So that's why I would never, ever mention them on this call. But you and I both know that you done dealt with some legends. Okay? That you don't deal with anymore, however. There's not going to be a time when a person who really know you going to sit back and watch you try to, put this, Hail Mary full of grace halo around your head so that you can run around with Trump. And look like this new girl. You're this victim when you yourself, have said things to me to kind of get in cahoots with you, even with this situation that you got going on right now as far as being political. Well, she told me to kind of get political with her. She told me, hey, why don't you should probably start speaking out on things that you don't like and all this little extra shit. I don't do that. I don't need to speak out on shit I don't like. Motherfuckers don't need to know what I'm thinking. I don't, that's not my style. I don't need, ladies don't do that. I don't need to sit back and gripe about things I don't like. So if that you feel like it's going to work with you, go ahead. But the reason why today I had to shut you down is because people are potentially getting hurt and have gotten hurt and had, all kind of car accidents and things like that behind their association that people think they have with you. And I'm not going to let that fly for your little 5 minutes of fame. And whatever you got going on, it stops right here as far as people being associated. So I came here to clear my name and people who she's been associated with in the past, because none of those people are around her. Okay? And at the end of the day, that's a shame. That's a shame because everybody from the 90s is still around me. So that's a shame, Kaya, that you did some dirty shit. You did some real dirty shit. You know what I'm saying? And I had to spank you. You know what I mean? I mentored you. I fucking built you. I fucking built you. So because I built you, and I didn't teach you that. What you're doing right now, I didn't teach you that. I've been discreet about everything. So I taught you discretion. So for you,
she's disrespected, master.
Yeah. You don't do that to your pie man. You don't do
that.
You
don't do that to Mr. Miyagi.
So she wanted to be like Trump. That. She got all the backlash like Trump. Keep playing with the politics, taking the funk. You're gonna end up like Trump. He's about to get indicted
and be honest. Yeah, don't lie. Don't lie to try to cover up. You can't unkiss no frogs. You can't unsuck no dicks. You can't do none of that. You can't take it back. You can stop digging it back up every time. And,
who thinks
and you got your cousins. You got your cousins. She doesn't know this part. I got all the scoop. I got all the scoop as far as the shit that's even going on in the background. You got your little cousin, your little.
Wait, Dalia, wait. Let's because you just brung in, what I'm saying, the whole fellatio situation. So we have to slow this down. We got to rewind.
Hold on, we got to
rewind. Who did she give top to? This is when the whole Eddie and Freddie reference comes into play.
I'm not. I told you the legends. I'm never gonna throw them under the bus. This is the only throw Kai under the bus.
Oh, come on, just head. Come on, B.
It's
not like All right.
Now,
What
they
about,
might have
what about the
girls,
one?
and that might be a situation. No, they might have girlfriends. That might be a situation they might have lied about. I don't know.
That's in the past.
But I'm gonna say this. You know,
Sandman is the one at that time.
Sandman is the one who just told you don't give out no names. Tell him he gonna have to eat his words on this.
Sandman, you're becoming a chatty patty, as Dame Dash would say. You're becoming a chatty patty.
Oh shit!
For real. We don't
do that at home.
You get exposed. Everyone gets exposed.
He done changed his whole. He done went off course. He done changed his whole thing.
Yeah, we ain't gonna let him. This girl power now. We can't let him do that.
That's right.
Chatty patty.
That's right. Yeah, no, as far as that, like I said, I ain't gonna throw them legends under the bus, but I'm gonna say, you can't do that. Like whatever you was involved in during them times, you can't keep digging that back up. You got your cousins asking, like she don't know. I just seen text messages that her little girl cousins are saying, is Auntie Kaya or her niece is saying, is Auntie Kaya really a prostitute? Like, come on, man, really? It's bleeding over into the kids, man. That's just silly shit you ain't dug up. The little girl. Now the little girls is questioning like if you was really, like that was really worth it? Like really, also that you can sit on Fox and sit on Entertainment Tonight, like really.
And I think
that's backfire for your ass. That's backfire when the kids get involved and the kids start asking questions, and you who started it, bitch, that's up all day long. Why are you incriminating yourself indirectly and having yourself getting asked like you the bad one? You try to throw some shade, throw the fire, and all that shit blew back on you like Hurricane Harvey just came and ruptured your shit.
Right.
But it's a very valid commentary and a very truthful one because MF Doom said on Body Boys, it's funny for what people will do for the price of fame, and whether you see like 213 talking about groupie love, in terms of how celebrities may get caught up with the groupies, how the groupies try and trap celebrities. We also see a confluence of a lot of tragedy in terms of fading fame, inciting insanity of ignorance simply for trying to preserve celebrity that was already extinct, and then soiling your own name to soil others. I mean, it's a litany of a tragic comedy in every sense of the word.
Yes.
And we've not only seen it with her, but we've just seen this to a lesser and even the same degree with a lot of celebrities who don't realize that they're in that 15th minute and that, that star, has fell, like a shooting star, So, I mean, definitely from what you've enlightened us on this experience, with this conversation, you've definitely given light to a lot of things. How often outside of her situation does this happen in the industry where there's a lot of these conflicts that are seemingly provoked out of nothing more than a hurt pride and wounded ego about not being number one no more?
Oh, man, it happens probably pretty much every day of the week in some form because, that disease of fame sometimes can get real critical in you if you really get into the negative part and get into the negative, of trying to acquire it. You have to use
I personally think it's a drug.
It
when
can
it comes
be
to
much
fame,
of a drug, but sometimes it can become a disease to where it's killing you, and you have to realize that some things are not worth it and choose your battles wisely. And I don't think with this situation, Kaya did that. She brought people down. There's people that got drones around their house. There's people who have SUVs parked outside their house, taking pictures and driving off. See, when that happens, it becomes where I gotta come shut you down. Now I can't. You lucky I can't fuck you up. Because I got an insurance license in 18 states, and I can't I can't assault you, but, I can't be letting my people, have no issues.
And people like her, they may be getting killed metaphorically, but a person like her is getting people hurt and killed realistically, and that's the problem of the disease, talking about fame and the fact that you want it and you hurt on some bullshit. Nobody touched you. Nobody did anything to you to spark this kind of anger, but yet and still you go out of your way to make up some shit, to speak on some shit, and now everybody's getting hurt. That, you know what I'm saying? You don't give a damn. Like, if you continue to do it, it shows you don't give a damn. And so at the end of the day, that's the bad side of hip hop that I can't stand. Like, bitch, if you're not number one because you can't be number one, leave it alone. Like, going after these niggas for money and like y'all were talking about earlier, these groupie hoes, come on, all of that shit is bullshit, because at the end of the day, you ain't gonna be nothing but a hoe. You ain't gonna be nothing but a lying bitch that just set off a whole bunch of real shit on some bullshit. That's not what you really want to be remembered for. That can't be.
Right.
It's not worth it to you for any of that.
And if she was focused on the music, then she wouldn't be sitting there talking about none of that shit, you know. I mean, you know, I ain't going to try to, you know, I mean, you know, she, you know, and I'll be honest, I can't associate myself with her in the last, you know, few years as far as artistically, because, you know, she kind of fell off of what artistic really, really, really was, you know. So
at some point,
with that said, that's how she got completely off course.
And people,
and
what I was
never
say
had
too,
the talent.
No.
Oh, what I was gonna say too was people don't realize that time, Nicole, she was that chick. Like,
she was that
chick.
Kaya, come on now, Kaya. You know you was tone deaf, Kaya, when I met you, Kaya. You know you was tone deaf, girl. You know I gave you them pipes, girl. I made you go study and everything, girl. So don't be trying to act like your vocals was like, you know, the queen vocals on the record, girl, and they got sung over, so get over it. Don't be trying to start no extra shit because you bitter because your shit was still on there. You know, and so what? You know, but you didn't get to do none of the videos. You got to do like one major show, and then you got booted out. So why are you trying to use that, you know, extra drama that you was, you know, in a prostitution ring when the group, you wasn't even in there that long?
And see, like you said, you would have taken the time to keep studying and maybe to continue trying to progress all the things you taught her. She could have maybe possibly put herself in the right type of limelight that would have put her back on top, not maybe number one, but back to where she at least was trying to go. But instead, she took all her energy to do some spiteful ass shit, and it backfired.
Yeah, you don't come for brands. That's not cool. You know, you don't do that. These are people rent. These people bill, okay? How would you like somebody come shake up your damn job? That's some rude ass shit. You don't do that, you know, for your own personal gain. That's dirty. You don't do that. You know, that's when in the business, like, you know, you do become, you know, somebody that nobody wants to deal with because you're coming for other people's brands. There's a lot of people who eat off of that. And, you know, I want to see the Pussycat Dolls still do their reunion tour, you know, and Kaya tried to, you know, tarnish that with this extra bad negative shit. But I'm asking, you know, for them to still do it. And that's why I did this too. Because all those little girls that like that group should be able to see that group in spite of Kaya's attempts to try to tarnish the image of that group behind her old beef that she has about bringing Nicole to the group. You know?
Definitely. Off the Cuff Radio, we're here with Dalya Riley. Calling number is 1-619-924-0703. Now, Ms. Riley, in terms of her behavior...
I'm not even going to lie, though. That name, though, Dalya, does that mean something?
It does.
Is there a meaning for that? What's the meaning for that name, Dalya?
Well, Dahlia is a flower, and it's 350 different types of dahlias, and you can see them more so in diamond hotels and some 5 stars because they grow to be like about 4 feet tall, like sunflowers, and some of them are like $100 for one flower.
Oh, shit! She's high maintenance.
That means your talent is not only exotic, but it's also very diverse in its rarity of species. Definitely. Now, in terms of everything of you being the sensei to the student, did you ever see any signs that the student was ever going to become the class clown?
Yeah, because she been acting. I mean, you know, we had a house over on Beechwood Drive, like right over there in Hollywood Hills or whatever, together when I first moved back to LA from living in DC for that 10 years that I told you guys I kind of went and did my own thing. So yeah, we had a house on Beechwood Drive. It was a nice house, you know, one of those $1 million joints. It was cool. But
just
it
say
had
that's
a bad
like so
plumbing.
casually $1 million.
It was. It had a bad plumbing system. It was during the time when I was A&Ring for her, whatever time we had did a little, you know, pilot for a reality shows kind of thing or whatever. So we lived together, and during that time, like I said, she was telling me, you know, some of the stories about, you know, her experiences in a group and things of that nature. So when she was telling me these stories, you know, I really kind of, I believed her, you know. But then I noticed that throughout the years I was working with her from that time and beyond, that a lot of people was dropping off all the time from her. And that's not something I'm really used to. Like, I had the same, you know, manager from the 90s all the way until he passed away in 2015. Rest in peace to Troy Byam, Fat Dad Byam. You know, so I had the same manager for years. I had the same family, you know, and friends, friends from high school for years, since 9th grade. So shout out to Taper Avenue Clique, all my best friends that I still hang out with and do events with and pop off with. You know, so I'm not used to seeing people like drop off all the time from a person's circle. So as I seen that, it kind of told me that Kaya wasn't really a loyal person. You know, so we stopped really doing business, you know, a couple of years after I moved back to LA because, you know, just, you know, we had some conversations that didn't go so well as well. We were still cool, and we still cool. She's still my friend on Facebook and everything. I can see everything she do. We've been cool up until, like I said, this very point when my peoples really started catching heat for what she got going on, because my peoples happen to be her people, you know. So we've been cool thus far, but I saw some changes in her this, like I said, this past summer when she, you know, came to me with this new political thing of speaking out and being political about this Omarosa kind of thing, you know what I mean, that she wanted to do. And I just, you know, I just don't think that's second.
Did you say Omarosa?
You know, because Omarosa is kind of political. You know, she's political, right? She's
you like Omarosa? You like her?
I mean, I don't dislike or like her. I don't really have a conclusion about her as far as if I like her or not, because I don't know her, but I know she's a very, like, political person. She likes to speak out about her opinion and be opinionated and speak out about things that she doesn't agree with, you know, frequently. And like I said, that wasn't really Kaya's thing. That wasn't really her, who she was.
But, you know, that's the funny thing about
she was going to actually get points off riding with Trump, knowing that 90% of the country hated his guts. That's a dumb political move. I ain't never seen one.
Well, this is a good example of the fact that she likes to argue.
Exactly.
That's all. That's a good example of, like, the fact she likes to be. You know what I mean? It's a sign of her brain and her mindset, like how she moves.
What brain?
But you know, the funny thing about, but you know, the problem is with a lot of people is that in their activism, it's nothing more than activism. When it's nothing more with political, but when they try to be a political scientist, it's nothing but pseudoscientists. When they try to be academic, it's nothing but academic fraud. You know, and a lot of people try to pontificate, philosophize, you know, poeticize, and, you know, speak to the masses in a fashion that they would like to think is conducive of an intelligent conversation, but all it is just ignorant, you know, ignorant rhetoric. And and I think she, from what you're saying with Miss Kaya, is that she basically found herself trying to take a political stance, you know, in a swimming pool that she didn't know how to swim in, having the requisite scholar back to the state.
But she's always been doing that, though.
And
she's always been doing that. She's always been
digging it up and digging it up. Yeah,
and that's why
she's digging it up and she digs it up again, and then she digs
it
up again.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna hold you, and I don't care what anybody fucking thinks. That bitch is whack. It's off the cuff radio, and it is what it is. Fuck Omarosa.
Butter biscuit, mammy.
Well, all right.
She's gonna ride with Trump to get hot. Got that weave up.
I mean, that's pretty much what it is. And we will
I'll be
until that.
I will be
I'm not
fucking
feeling
damned. All the years I've been on Off the Cuff Radio, I'll be damned if you sit here and cape for Omarosa. Fuck that.
Well, you know she got put on a no-fly list at the White House, too. You do know that.
And Trump said, kick rocks. You ain't welcome no more.
Yeah, they basically put she does not have entry into the White House.
Well,
so I mean, but
yeah,
you know,
that's,
but that's
I mean, that's how it goes. Like that's why you don't. That's why I mean, she had it coming. That's all I can
if she
say.
want to do some,
Gotta
if
think
she want to
about
do
it.
some intern work, she could do some intern work. We might could put her on there.
I know what's coming. You authority.
You gotta remember always to stay on the positive side of your people. That's all I can say. You know, nothing. Like I said, I don't like her or dislike her, or I don't have nothing against anybody. But at the end of the day, you gotta stay on the positive side of who you really are. You can't.
She's not a positive person.
Alienated them, and make them feel like you ain't really for your folks.
Well, I mean.
No, she's really not a positive. Like, say, like, all right. Say, like, with our show, you can say, like, all right, with our show, she was sitting there like, oh my God, this show is just so ghetto. It's so hood rat. Oh, they don't have a studio.
Ratchet.
It's oh my God, why no? Hell no. Ooh.
And love your ghetto, love your ratchet. It's your ratchet that got you. You got to know ratchet to know what rich is. You got to know.
But that's the thing that she forgot. That's the thing that she forgot. That's how she is. She thinks that, she's just above everything. Now, I understand at the end of the day, we must better ourselves as black people or as a people, period. I definitely understand
we gotta define what better in ourselves is. Is it putting, a society that we feel in our perception is ghetto, or is it educating, our community on finance so there can be more black banks? Like, which one are you really focused on? Because you don't need to be pointing out like what's ghetto. You need to be pointing out what's gonna run and what's gonna create more black banks. Now you're doing something for your people that's enriching, and it's gonna help us grow as a people because there's not enough black banks. So let's focus on that and not on what we think is ghetto or not ghetto or the lines of ghetto, and what's crossing the line of ghetto and sophisticated.
Other than loving hip hop.
Right, let's keep it loving hip hop and enjoy it when we watch it on TV.
How can you enjoy? How can to this day I don't give a fuck. How can anybody enjoy loving hip hop nowadays? I understand from before, whatever, cool. But even nowadays, it's like the same old formula. Rinse,
I say hip hop,
wash,
repeat, there's no
whatever.
love in it.
I mean, you know what? Listen,
it's not even hip hop in it either. There's no love. There's no hip hop. It's just ratchet bitches being drunk and acting a fool.
Let me tell you something right quick.
Y'all gotta know that's our ghetto. All my children. Y'all gotta just let it roll. We watch all my children. We watch all my children long enough where they have run. Right? All my children still playing. All my children still playing. And we got all my children.
Yo, listen. I you know what I fucks with? I fucks with Black Ink. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Ever since Black Ink first started, I don't know about the whole Black Ink Chicago thing. I never really watched that. But Black Ink in Harlem, I watched that show faithfully. Like, I can't wait for the new season. But when it comes to the whole,
that's like General Hospital right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, like these are our black soap operas. We gotta embrace our black soap operas.
It's so different from Love and Hip Hop because Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Like, I think they should just rename it because there's no love. It is damn sure not no hip hop.
It might be a lot of too much love, too, though. It might be a lot of too much love. And it's where people like Young Jock can be himself and start curling his hair and wearing
purple dress and feel like himself.
You know,
be free.
But you know what's funny though? When we're having this conversation about what's going on in terms of the business, and a listener might be saying, well, she being salty. I have to quote two of our greatest 20th century rap philosophers. One of the first is Queen Latifah from Name Calling. Name Calling, how'd it go? Name Calling has to fall into what I'm running. I wouldn't diss another sister, but she had it coming.
Uh-oh.
And of course,
I love it.
And of course,
you make a valid fact. You definitely make a valid fact, T-Mac. You got Queen Latifah, you got Ice Cube. We got those. We got Ice. You got those rap pioneers that ventured off into films, and they've been successful in both.
Yeah, the thing is, they also had a lot to say in terms of how it applies, and also what Razzcast said on Soul on Ice remix. You keeping it real, but you ain't got a clue what reality really be. See, the diameter of your knowledge is the circumference of your activity. And I think a lot of times, people are going to act in the globe of where their genius or lack thereof begins and ends. Either you have the whole universe that makes you unique as an individual that you can actually go further out and explore more, or you live in a small world in the narrow confines of a non-imaginative mind,
Right.
And I think more or less, when we see the drama that goes on in the industry, on TV and in music and both in itself, I think it's a microcosm of how people, from what we talked about with the theme of fame, how it can be, it's supposed to inject celebrity, but it also infects your credibility, and not in the best way.
Man, he be painting pictures so well with those words. You so good, T-Mac. I love it.
I do.
Mad for dropping that philosophy game on you niggas, man.
I'm telling you.
Taking the church.
The big imaginative words, and he uses them correctly. That's what I love about him. They got a lot of
church on some Mace tip.
Hey, they got a lot of niggas that'll try and use big words, but they ain't use but like one of them correctly out of 10 of them, and you be like, nigga,
Them niggas be talking like T.I. be sounding all crazy. Man, at the end of the day, we're going to get this astronomical dish soap, and we're going to mix it in a calcolomical way, and we're going to keep it pimping out there on the T.I. pill, and we got to do all that together. It be sounding like that.
It'd be like Damon Wayans on Living Color. Remember Damon Wayans on Living Color when he used to be that prisoner trying to be all intellectual and whatnot?
Yeah. The Hotep cat.
Oh man.
Well, I want to let you guys
chopping it up with you, Dalya. And I want to ask you, do you have any projects you're working on that's coming out?
Absolutely, yeah. So I ended up coming across this proposal to do an album in Japan, and I took advantage of the opportunity. And so I have a record coming out. It's #Vegas. It's coming out February of 2018. And I've been working on this record for a little while, since the summertime, and it's a fun record. I'm not talking about no hate men songs. I'm not into that. So it's a very positive, fun, party, upbeat record. There's some love songs there, and I had the pleasure of getting a blessing to do some remakes with some West Coast legends like OG Domino. So I'm redoing the Ghetto Jam record right now.
You talking about Domino? My dude Domino?
Yes, Ghetto Jam.
Here we
right
go.
from LBC. That's right. Remember, I went to Poly, so these are my family.
Oh, man. Yo, I'm telling you, one day we will have Domino on this show, because I swear to God, when they came out with that track,
my homie.
Here we go, and the gold on the black jack overtaking. 1, 2, 3, and this is OG. That was that shit though.
Exactly.
Yeah, the ghetto jam is about to slam.
So that's the song I'm coming bringing back to the radio. So I got.
Oh, you're gonna do that? You're gonna do that yourself?
Yes. So
you're gonna do that hook over?
Yes, Domino gave me his blessing to redo that song, redo that track and bring it back. So I'm gonna do something. I'm doing a new song to it. But,
listen.
This is a part of my side of the world.
I have to talk to Domino, yo. I have to talk to Domino. I want to be in on that because I swear to God, that song was part of me growing up. I'm not even gonna lie. I know there's a West Coast song and all that, and I'm in the East.
I got you.
I'm dead serious. Yep. Yo, kid.
I got you.
Let me know. I need you. I need your Facebook account, all that. So I'm like, yo, B, I could whip up a 16 ball verse real quick. That's gonna adapt to that song.
I got you.
I'm not lying to you.
All right. What's up? Let's do it. I got you.
We need to make that happen.
I'm gonna make that happen for you. We're gonna make that happen. All right,
I'm dead serious.
All right, I'm gonna see what you're working with. I got you on that. I got you. So that's a part of. So I want to tell you guys why I decided to do this whole Japan thing. I decided to do it because I was looking at some marketing stuff. I was looking at some numbers and things of that nature, and I found out that as far as global sales of music, that Japan, the United States has 22% of the global music sales of all the world, but Japan had 25% of the global sales in all the world.
Yeah, they do hip hop big
there. So I figured, being that I am already a U.S. citizen, that gaining the Japan market, emerging markets, and then that gives me about half the pie, right?
It gives you a whole lot of the pie. I mean, over in the Far East with the Japanese and Asian market in general, South Korea, Japan, Thailand. There's a heavy hip-hop movement over there and has been for a very long time.
Absolutely, and shout out to the Millennium Dance Complex because I do rehearse and work there when I do my music stuff, and there is a Millennium Dance Complex in Tokyo, so shout out to Millennium Dance Complex in Tokyo because we do get our boogie on at Millennium.
Shout out to our Far East brothers and sisters over in Japan. Off the Cuff Radio, the Guillotine, we love you out there. One love to the land of the rising sun. Now, Ms. Dale, in terms of you growing up in Long Beach, the pedigree of who has come out of there, I mean, Snoop Dogg, you have athletes like Willie McGinnis, the Patriots and the Browns, Domino, how...
And I was in marketing class with Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, yes. How did it feel growing up to see that movement progress and not only you witness it, but you be an active participant in it?
It felt great. It was a positive, and it's a positive energy. It's like an ongoing party. It's an ongoing celebration of a bunch of artistic people who have confidence, and it's positive. During my time in high school, there wasn't a lot of fights. My high school was like, a bunch of kids that their family were kind of like the Cosbys. It had its rough spots, of course, because that was Long Beach in general. But, there's just a lot of, real quality talent and kids that really wanted to succeed in life. And it was a privilege to be around all that talent and be around people that, were smart and, had, specialized educations. We ended up in all kind of magnet programs, just being in that environment and being expressive. So it was a privilege. It was much of a privilege, and I feel very blessed to have been a part of that era and a part of that, what makes up, what we are about today.
Well, one thing about your hometown is that we have to, on behalf of the hip-hop universe at Off the Cuff Radio, we have to thank y'all for some of the hits. Of course, Domino with Ghetto Jam with his debut album in 93, 94,
coming soon.
3, I believe it came out. Also, too, we got to shout out, to the Dove Shack. We got to shout out to the Twins. We got to shout out to Warren G. And of course, the Boss Dog, Big Snoop Dogg. I mean, the pedigree, the musical pedigree of what you all put out was phenomenal. And we just thank you for the just the aura that y'all had, the vibe, and just the overall, the aesthetics, the sonic aesthetics that you provided that gave the atmosphere of, just real-ass hip-hop. The authenticity is always appreciated, and it represents itself through you being an ambassador for not only your hood, but worldwide, and you being on the show. We thank you in terms of, all the game you done given us, I mean,
oh, absolutely. It's my pleasure. I mean, I feel each one teach one, and yeah, the game is to be sold and not told, but, sometimes, when you find somebody that really is genuinely trying to do positive things with this game, you want to help and you want to assist them and help them become more successful. And then, sometimes people use it, to their advantage, and sometimes people use it for evil. And it's just like, it's just like an accountant. An accountant can use his power, over your finances to help you save money, or he can use it to help take your money. So it's not what you are involved in, it's what you do for what you're involved in.
Most definitely. Oh, yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you guys, really giving me the chance to really speak and express, and actually, have my people's back that, like I said, have been involved in some of the fuckery that had been going on in the media, with Kaya and her lives.
Yeah, them shots laid out for you, though.
Huh. But what's cool too is she not only brought some good knowledge to the game. When you speak on the fuckery, like you were speaking on before, and the mistakes people have made, that brings knowledge too to people that really are trying to soak it up. They can learn a good lesson of what not to do. And so I'm just glad that you a strong-minded sister. You got some good moves that you sound like you kicking, and that you are real talking about the shit for real, and people can listen. If people's ears are really open and they want to listen and they want to gain some true knowledge, people can get knowledge out of anything spoken. And you spoke some real shit today.
Thank you.
Now, I think we have a caller. We have a caller, I think, on 260. I think hope it's Russell Simmons.
Don't play with me.
Or Leor Cohen.
Leor, give me that check.
I'm like, that's the only reason why Russell should be coming on this phone right now. I need a job. No.
Come on, Russ. We forgive you.
Let's see who it is.
260, you on?
Yeah, I ain't Russell Simmons, but how everybody doing tonight?
What's going on? How you,
brother? Who you are? Where you calling from?
Indiana. This Joey Thanks.
What's up, man?
JoJo?
Yeah.
What's going on, JoJo?
Chillin'. You know how it go.
You acting like you a stranger here. Like, you all right,
Nah. I was listening to the turn up. I was hearing y'all talk about Domino and everything and shit. I was getting excited.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
he's gonna be on the show soon.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm a West Coast nigga myself. I just listen to America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
we got Dalia in the building.
All right, what's up, West Coast?
We have Dalia Riley
right.
in the building. We chopping it up. We exposing these industry cats. I'm sorry, Russell. Please forgive us.
I ain't gonna lie. We actually just exposed some. We
Uncle
exposed.
Russell, because that's Uncle Russell, and Uncle Russell is Uncle Russell.
We exposed the Pussycat Doll. Like, I figured we was gonna get a little. I figured we was gonna dig a little deeper. Like, can we dig somewhere else now? Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I don't give two fucks about the Pussycat Dolls either. You're not down with the Pussycat Dolls, right, Dalia? I know you. No, you're not down with the Pussycat Dolls. Like,
oh no,
let's
I
dig
fuck with
somewhere
the
else.
Pussycat Dolls. No, I don't fuck with Kaya, but I fuck with the Pussycat Dolls. The Pussycat Dolls is cool.
Man.
Like they had a sexy era, and they brought more sexy to the game. That was made women want to polish up a little bit. I think there's a lot of ratchetness right now, and during that time the ratchetness wasn't ratchet. It was more fun ratchet, and I think if we went back to that, we'd be alright.
That's
so I ain't got
shit.
shit.
Fun ratchet.
Yeah, there's levels to ratchetness. I mean, and if you're shaking your ass, that's ratchet, period. But there's ways of shaking your ass, and I don't think that they crossed any lines that that I would be worried about.
What would be a difference? What would be a difference to shaking your ass? Like shaking your ass with clothes on, or shaking your ass without clothes on? Like, what would be your difference?
I would say, I mean, at the end of the day, like to where like little girls can get access to that. It's ass crack, like ass cheeks. I mean, you're going to shake your ass, okay, but ass cheek is kind of like, I mean, little girls going to see that. They're going to see that. So, for the guys, that's cool. Like, that guys should see ass cheeks, y'all. You deserve to see ass cheeks, y'all men. But
we deserve ass cheeks.
Don't need
hey, men deserve ass cheeks.
So I don't know how to balance that and how we work that, but we need to find a way for little girls not to be seeing girls shaking their ass cheeks and guys still be able to see it. We got to figure that out. We ain't figured that out as adults yet. We ain't looked out for the kids yet.
I got a question.
Some people so worried about the money they don't want to figure it out. They just want the money and they know the match is still, and that's the problem.
That's the problem.
Hold on. Wait. I think JoJo, you had a question, JoJo?
Yeah, I was listening to the ma'am spit that knowledge. Who do I have the pleasure of talking to?
Yeah, that's Dalia. Her name is Dalia.
Okay, how you doing this evening, Miss Dalia?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you. How you doing?
Shit, I'm chilling. I'm living, just chilling in the studio. You know how I go. But I was listening to what you were just saying just now. The reason why that question came up is because I just recently dropped a ratchet ass song for those exact females that continue to shake their ass. But to respond to your question,
with your shameless plugs, yo. What's not a shameless plug? Go ahead, JoJo. Go ahead. Go ahead, JoJo.
But in order to keep the little girls from shaking their ass, we gotta sit them down just like they human beings. See, I figured this out because I got a niece, and it's scary when you think about such a young age watching all this ratchet shit. But y'all got to understand, this ain't the 90s or the 80s no more. We got to actually talk to these kids, because if we don't sit down and talk to them and show them what they're looking at and describe it to them and let them know that shit is not all right at your age, when you get older, you got decisions to make. But if we don't talk to them, then the media is going to continue to talk to them, the TVs are going to talk to them, and their friends are going to talk to them. So
you got a point. I totally agree, JoJo. I totally agree.
I agree, JoJo. I agree as well. You're right. Parents, that's why I said that earlier when I said, parents need to make sure they're delegating their children's lifestyles and that they're, dealing with issues and not finding out that their kids are into things. I don't have kids, and I tell you, if I did, you don't have no business until you can pay your own bills. So I'm gonna be invading your privacy until I feel, I'm protecting my investment until I feel you can invest into yourself.
That's a game right there.
And sometimes the parents just need to turn off whatever they watch, and you can explain on a certain level, but some kids just don't need to watch it, especially if you try and explain and you see they're not getting it, or they're still listening to their friends, or they're still thinking that what they're seeing is cool. Sometimes it's okay, parents, to just turn that shit off and redirect their attention, because some kids would rather listen to other influences outside of their home because they feel like listening to their parents ain't gangster or it's not cool. So parents, yes, speak to your kids, do all you can, give them the right message, but if you see that, this isn't time for them to watch this isn't something you should be explaining to them at this age, turn that shit off and explain it to them later when they see it.
But that's the thing, though. You know what it is? Ultimately, hold on, King, before you go right after me, King. I just wanted to state on one thing. It's getting more and more difficult when it comes to the content. Like, I'm hiding the content from, the young ones Because when it comes to sex, money, and violence, it's literally everywhere more than when we was coming up as 80s or 70s babies. You know, like, you got internet, like the internet is on every single device. They have it to the point now where kids need phones. You know, it's because, you know, there's a lack of pay phones. So kids are going to need a phone to get in contact when they come out of school or what may have you. And what's on the phone? YouTube or whatever the case may be. They better have that parental lock, but come on. A parental lock on a damn phone is like
really
opening up a fresh bottle of orange juice.
Yeah, how many parents really take the time to go in there and set the parental locks accordingly? Like, not many. Most people don't even want to, you know, barely pay their bill, let alone put a parental lock on their kid's phone.
It used to be parental lock back in the day.
Well, wait, hold on, slow down, wait, hold on. King wanted to talk. Go ahead, King, go ahead.
Yeah, my apologies. My service was down for a little bit, but I'm back. But first thing I want to say, while we're talking about the topic on parenthood and fatherhood and looking out, providing, I'm going to change gears for a minute. But, you know, I got to give a salute to the Father of the Year, LeVar Ball. Got to salute him right there.
Hell yeah.
He trolled the hell out of Donald Trump and made $13 million. That's the biggest come up I've ever seen.
Well, they said in terms
of
that
$13 million
on
the come up.
Yeah, they said basically for the publicity. They said for the publicity that he got, it was worth $13 million in terms of the free advertising, in reference to what he would have had to pay, in reference to you know, getting that promotion out there. You know, because of all the places that have picked up that revenue. You know, have picked up the whole thing, like CNN, ESPN. You know, radios, everything. So they're like, that's where they said the $13 million came from.
Man, look, fuck all that money shit. I don't even care about all that statistics and all that. This dude is a great father at the end of the day. Throw all that shit to the side. Like what this dude King just said. This dude LeVar Ball is a fucking father. You know, he's not a dad. He's not a baby father. No, he's a father. He's been in this dude Lonzo Ball and his brother's life ever since they've been fetuses.
LaMelo.
Exactly. He basically groomed them himself, and to the point now, what this dude, even though Lonzo Ball is a fucking, you know, I can't say he's a bum. He's trying to, you know, he's trying to.
He's gonna be okay.
He got to hone his craft or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's not about that. It's all about this dude. You know, he nurtured these boys. And that's the thing that America is missing. You know, and that's the thing that they don't want to put on the magnifying glass. This dude, you know, he brought, you know what I'm saying? Like, he brought this dude, Lonzo Ball, to the motherfucking Lakers and all that. Him being by his side. Him nurturing him. Being, you know, and like, us, like, I can't speak for everybody, but I miss my motherfucking father. You know what I'm saying?
He the only
it's hard. It's hard growing up in the hood without having a father or whatever, and especially in America, because and that's how it is in most black households. The mother is the one that's.
And definitely, and Ila, for what you're saying, is very poignant and it's very accurate and an astute observation. I think more or less, you know, LeVar he can be boisterous, braggadocious, bombastic, but the love for his family is genuine, and for him to be an active participant in terms of raising his sons is an endeavor that I think it's definitely harder for us being black in this country for what we have to deal with in society. But every child, black, white,
and then
Latin,
and then people don't really build on that. And people don't really build on that. And that shit, like, the first thing they're going to think of is, look at these numbers of about, look how much he's charging for his T-shirts. Look how much he's charging for his sneakers. Look at him. Like, look, man, like, fuck all that bullshit. This dude is a fucking father. That's one thing they will never say. Like, at least he was a father in his children's life.
And I think that's something, not only he's an example for not only black men in terms of being, there to raise your children, but he's an example for fathers everywhere. Because I think for all the things we see with everything that goes on with our, with children that get bullied or what have you, the one thing that they need is to have a mother and a father in their life. It doesn't always happen that way, but in an ideal world, they have a mother and a father, and especially a strong father figure who's going to show them that no matter what, I'm going to be there to pick you up when you fall. When you're cut, I'm going to heal you. And if somebody fucks with you, I'm fucking them up.
Because you already know. Because you already know that will be the first thing they will mention. Oh, he's a deadbeat dad. You can't tell me deep down inside America is not mad about that. Like, oh man, I can't even say he's a deadbeat dad. Because that's like the number one go-to thing to say about a black man in America.
Well, that's the stigma, unfortunately, that's been attached to us. Even though that is not the case in terms of, it's always easy to point the finger when you haven't found the fingerprint of a clue as to what the circumstances are. It's always talking points and a tired narrative. But one thing about this, shout out to Cormega for, this quote on his IG. The stories are always going to be true. It's the lies that are inconsistent.
Game. That's game right there. Oh, hold on. I think Dalya is back. She tried calling back in. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
This lady, she's back. She's back.
She was so good at that game.
You don't cut y'all all off. That's what Trump doing, goddammit.
I noticed that. So then we started bringing that up. All of a sudden, phone lines start getting shaky.
I mean,
you already know that's nothing new.
Everybody can't be wrong about one.
It's like every time we start spitting game, there's always some fuckery on the lines. But go ahead, Dalya.
I was just saying, when it comes down to stuff like that, everybody can't be wrong about a person's, a perception towards them. I mean, he has a perception towards humanity that is really not becoming and pleasant. And I guess he doesn't realize it, to say the least, and nor does he seem to care about how people actually feel and how he is perceived to the majority of the world. And it's unfortunate that people like that end up in a seat of power because we are all in this process together of trying to get to a place where we actually feel comfortable in our own country again. So we all have to make sure that we keep our money up, everybody, ratchet bitches, get your money. Find a way to get your money without these niggas. Do you. Get a job. I don't give a fuck where it is. Ross, shit. Get a job at Walmart, whatever is going to pay some kind of bills for yourself. Get some money of some kind. Get your education. Everybody's all into this whole, I'm going to, play this crabs in a bucket. I'm going to claw my way up to the top. I'm going to, I'm a beef. I want to fight. All that shit is liability. Like I said, I'm in insurance. I got a real job with my music shit too, okay? And, it's a lot of liabilities out there. A lot of people that's just liabilities in general, just sitting next to you. So you got to make sure you got your money together, that you got your insurance policies together. Put a policy on every motherfucking thing, shit. That way you can make sure that if anything happens to anything, you got a check coming. Because at the end of the day,
Dalya, you make a valid point too. When, my lady put me up on that shit. Shots go out to I miss my baby. I ain't gonna lie. But anyways, it's neither here nor there. But she was telling me the same thing. Like, she just puts insurance on everything. She can have a fucking pen. She put insurance on that shit. Like, I may
my
lose
kind of
this.
chick,
Fuck
my kind
that.
of girl. Yeah, that's my kind of girl. She's about her money, because at the end of the day, none of this shit is promised. So you got to be about your shit. You got to know what it is. You got to play the game of somebody protecting their financial security. You got to protect your own financial security. Ain't nobody gonna tell you nothing about that. You got to do your own research on that. Because at the end of the day, you're responsible for it. So, everybody trying to call their way to the top and, like, pimp the next person. And, I ain't opposed to taking care of people's kids, but I don't agree with some of the things I see, baby mamas try to pull and girls that be trying to, keep a nigga babies and all that other stuff. I'm not with all that shit, all that gold digger shit. Get your own paper. We all got to get our own money, So you're responsible. For me, I was working at 16, so I don't understand none of that. Oh, gimme. My mama ain't never had to give me more than $25.
Yeah.
Shit, I wish my mother gave me more than $25.
Right.
I never
had that much. Max. I want one of the Montana Max type allowances.
Yeah, you had a good mom. That's a mom. Like, you get your money.
If I was to ask my mother, for money, she'd punch me in the chest.
Do you see what I'm saying? That's a good mama right there. She
and I'm talking about, I'm 5 years old. I'm talking about, I'll be 5 years old. Like, Mom, she was just like, go get a job and punch me in the stomach.
You can't go out there, as Dame Dash would say, you can't go out asking another man for money. We don't do that in Harlem.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got, man, get your ones up,
I can't ask another money. That's like calling another man daddy. I don't ask another man for another money. I make my own money. I'm my own boss.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I respect anybody that got a job that's like out there trying to get there. I don't care, Because at the end of the day, at least they not sitting there asking people for bread or trying to, swindle do some extra shit that's gonna hurt somebody else. They doing it honestly, and you gotta respect that. Yeah, people do what they gotta do when they in a situation, and we know that happens. But people that's like, man, fuck that. I'm just gonna take this job because I know I need something, and I don't want to do that. I definitely have respect for them because they like, man, fuck that. I want to do what's best for my family or whatever the case may be, and they don't want to take that risk. So I respect those people even more so because they're taking crumbs and they living on a dream, So it's only a bad thing when you use that dream for something negative. Then it's something else. As long as you're using your dream to do something positive, then we all in this together. We all in this together. So.
We all part of the same struggle.
I was just gonna say, struggles come to everyone, but it's how you come away from it. That's what makes you.
Absolutely.
Hey.
So
we are about the end of the podcast, and it's been very fun chopping it up with you. You brought a lot of energy. You brought a lot of fire into this situation here. It really was a Black Friday for this chick that I ain't gonna mention her name. We ain't gonna give it no light, but she felt those shots.
You might as well say her name, like Dalia.
Well, she's body. It was
Jones.
She's
gone. Jones, a.k.a. Christina, formerly from the Pussycat Dolls, but y'all ain't gonna share none of the pictures because they didn't really take her in none of the pictures really, but she did some major performances, but whatever, But at the end of the day, like all that is bullshit that you saying, and we know that it is what it is, but. I want everybody to follow me on Instagram, and it's Dalya, and that's Dally, DAL and DALYA. My name is spelled DALYA. I don't know no Dala, so don't misspell it. Spell my name right. And I want to also say you guys can follow me on Facebook, Dalia Riley, spelled like Teddy Riley, Dalia Riley. And I appreciate you guys having me on the show. It's really meant a lot to me because, again, I really care about those people that have been affected by the lies that was spit, And also, I wanted to, let it be known that everything don't always look the way it seems, and also clear the air that nobody peed on me, so everybody is in the clear.
Oh, shit.
And we clear, and we good to go.
There you go.
That's what it is, then.
Yeah, we appreciate you joining us. You're definitely welcome to come back
Part
anytime.
two. Part two.
Or the sequel.
Oh yeah, I could do a part 2. I got some part 2 for y'all.
Anytime you need to relieve your stress and call a nigga out, we here for you, mama.
Except just don't let it be Leo, because we need that check, damn it.
Yeah,
Off the cuff radio.
Damn, kid, relax.
That's
like
radio journalism.
He want to strangle you for the check. He want to dig in your pocket for that check. All right, kid, relax. He ain't like he ain't take his medicine today.
That's the radio journalism. And for heathering enemies.
I want to give a shout out to my label in Japan, Rockler Records, Stephen Mitchell, who is just so wonderful, and it's been such a hospitable energy with what I'm doing, and allows me to just be me as an artist and, be uncensored and just do things my way. So, also too, for those artists out there that's really trying to really do something different and really be innovative, definitely hit me up, because I am looking for talent for my label over there in Japan, and we're going to take it over here in the States as well, and this is a journey of me merging these markets. So, in that, I'm looking for people that's trying to be international and that's trying to embrace other cultures in music and share hip-hop with other cultures. So, I'm definitely putting that out there.
That's me right there.
And Rockler Records, Universal is our distribution, so we Rockler/Universal. So shout out to Universal as well for being my distribution in this journey and allowing me to even do all of this. And, they've been a part of anything that I've been doing to some form or fashion since the beginning of all of this. So, I'm very grateful to still be a part of that family in some form or fashion.
Already.
There you go.
Already.
So we about to sign off.
And you know what though, we're gonna treat the fans special. We're gonna end the night with a joint from the Sandman, our co-host.
Alright.
Oh my God! How generous of you! How generous of you!
Hey, it's giving season. We're giving back to the streets. We're giving back to the fans. We're giving back to our giving back to our co-hosts. Everything.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like we said, happy Thanksgiving to you all. Enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving holiday. And we love you all, man.
For sure.
And on that note,
happy holidays, everybody.
Peace out, motherfucker.
We in the breeze. Hey.
Yeah. OCG. Yo, Sergeant, you're looking out for this one, though. Word up. Better get ready when you in my Shregetti. Better get ready when you in my Shregetti. Better get ready when you in my Shregetti. Nice with the guillotine, chopping to spaghetti. Better get ready when you in my Shregetti. Better get ready when you in my Shregetti. Better get ready when you in my Shregetti. Nice with the guillotine, chopping to spaghetti. Sandman's here, gotta throw the confetti. Gotta celebrate, fill the glass with Henny. Gotta show a groove by staying on the move. Unknow you like a pebble in your shoes. Never get a break, can't make the mistake. Got good choke like Mace in your face. Go out of state and fill my plate. You know I had to do that. I'm coming with the boo bab. I need me a new rap. So get it from the blue jab. I used to have a new rag. Had to remove that. Nope, couldn't do that. I've been a bad influence. Make you drink alcohol when you hear my music. Shot at the shot, can't take it, stop puking. Graduated from a human, now I'm a mutant. Beats just abuse it. Yup, I lose it. If Beats was a person, he'll have bruises. Better get ready when you in my Shregetti.
Better get ready when you in my Shregetti. Better get ready when you in my Shregetti. Nice with the guillotine, chop to spaghetti. Better get ready when you in my Shregetti. Better get ready when you in my Shregetti. Better get ready when you in my Shregetti. Nice with the guillotine, chop to spaghetti. I got the King Kong palm balls like a nuclear bomb. Girls always like my charm. I'm a phenomenon. Set off the smoke alarm when I just spark the bomb. Never gonna keep a calm. Gotta drop exclusive songs. I've been the animal damage you when I pledge to do. You feeling yourself because you got a fan or two. Negro bleed, you still weak. Chop you in the dome and leave a crease. Beast from the east won't cease our feast. All you do is start trouble and call police. Start praying to God more than the priest. Cash my checks and buy some text. Slit your throat with a wing from a jet. Beware, prepare, you have nothing left. The threat from my opposition made you sweat. I ain't gonna say nothing, quiet as kept. Better get ready when you in my Shregetti. Better get ready when you in my Shregetti. Better get ready when you in my Shregetti. Nice with the guillotine, chop to spaghetti. Better get ready when you in my Shregetti. Better get ready when you in my Shregetti. Better get ready when you in my Shregetti. Nice with the guillotine, chop to spaghetti. That's what I'm talking about. Elbow dropping these whack cats out here, B. Saki was good, my dude. Hit him up, you know what I mean? Was goody, you know what I mean? Oz was goody. You know what I'm saying? Stacey Kenzie up in the building too. Early. Guess it's work. OTG in the building. Yo, man, I'm done talking to y'all.
There's no man that can put me down, Nature Boy.
For all my peoples. You know what I'm saying? All over. Yeah. Yeah. Strictly. I'ma set it like fist fights on amped up mics. Tracks get treated like chicks with snares don't lick. You in the fix like mechanics while I cruise through your streets with my peeps pumping up that beats and puffy white jeeps. I got so much on my mind, can you dig it? It's heavy. Cause when you got no money, all the honeys be jetty. I'm on some dreadlock, boot knock. Don't hope your blood clots to get me knocked. I find them hot and leave them wet. Steps if you want it. Battles I never fronted. Fakers come down my dozens, polluted like the Hudson. But I keep skills pure. Fuck all my critics. They riding on the Biddick, but I still drop hits. It's only right I grip the mic tight like a scepter. Intercept the sound wave frequency. Come freak with me and my peeps out of Jersey. Forevermore, forevermore. Loud in your corridor, I'm on a mission. It's not impossible to achieve. I need that green. Attack the industry with my team. I'm on a mission. It's not impossible to achieve. I need that green. Got to get with my team. I'm on a mission. It's not impossible to achieve. I need that green. Attack the industry with my team. I'm on a mission. It's not impossible to achieve. I need that green. Got to get the loot with my team. In the gold frame. My style's far from tame. You know the name. You just can't match it with the face that chase rhythm. Lyrics, what I give them. I do my thing and swing to the right. Never play to the left. I always got a plan to slam like back. Face the facts, I rate tracks and leave no clue for cops. Props, no doubt. Lyrics is in the pocket. It's a snatch a wig dig and leave no fingerprints on foreheads. Who's the challenger? I'm angle rappers like a car door for sure. Swing bars and metaphors like spike bats and snap tails like a mic strap. Who'll be that? Shabaam Sahdeeq from the East. Get the tape backs ready since as a rock steady for the 90 deck. Be there on time to catch a check a step. Don't sleep, Pete. Sleeping is for hobos and bums. When we break bread to catch, I'm on a mission. It's not impossible to achieve. I need that green. Got to get the loot with my team. I'm on a mission. It's not impossible to achieve. I need that green. Attack the industry with my team. I'm on a mission. It's not impossible to achieve. I need that green. Got to get the loot with my team. I'm on a mission. It's not impossible to achieve. I need that green. Attack the industry with my team. I wrap shit up just like a roadie. Son, you don't know me, and even if you knew me, you can't see through me. Graphic like black hair when I exhale rhymes. Spark it up just like a campfire and let it burn. It's my turn. I watched all the rest fly by. Now I'm a Bogart through to get a piece of the pie. Cause I need green like Tupac needs Matlock. Whole squad, but there's the roof of packages on my dock. So unlock your mental block and watch me rip and spot. You lick shot but don't make squat. You roll like two left boys boots. My lyrics expand like parachutes, fast as sack of roots. Watch me run through troops with two flutes of raw shit. I'm digging in hoes' pockets, electrifying like a socket. You can't rock it, don't knock it. Slugs at the bottom of my pocket. I'm on the road to riches, and I got tools for the fools to dig shit. I'm on a mission. It's not impossible to achieve. I need that green, attack the industry with my team. I'm on a mission. It's not impossible to achieve. I need that green, gotta get the loot with my team. I'm on a mission. It's not impossible to achieve. I need that green, attack the industry with my team. I'm on a mission. It's not impossible to achieve. I need that green, got to get the loot with my team. Squid, gotta get the loot, y'all. Green, not born, gotta get the loot, y'all. Still West, gotta get the loot, y'all. Lady King, gotta get the loot, y'all. PCT, gotta get the loot, y'all. Westland, gotta get the loot, y'all. North Fork, gotta get the loot, y'all. My man Jack, gotta get the loot, y'all. Weary, gotta get the loot, y'all. Monochrome, gotta get the loot, y'all. Cool the Rhymes, gotta get the loot, y'all. Sub Rock, gotta get the loot, y'all. Gotta get that loot for real. Gotta get that loot for real. Gotta get that loot for real.
You know they say the pen rays of rubies. It's like a Stargate Agnes. Travel to the Hell Razah 7. We gon' build a noble city. Yeah, it's like brick on top of brick. Stone on top of stone. Check it. I'm a threat like the architect, I'm on set. I reflect intellect so my son don't set. Who wanna build as the Olmecs did? Where the Incas and the Aztec lived. They add a brick to this pyramid. Now it's modern Egypt, we gotta do a bid. I've been in planet since you landed in your baby crib. Now they running around and try to be big and pop, not knowing their ancestors made cigarettes. Was it help from some outer space astronauts? Or by the aircraft aliens with dreadlocks? True infinity was made out of God's touch. We construct pyramids above the earth's crust. Indestructible, the world is in Yah's clutch. Let us make man in the image to be like us. See my structures like King Tut, but on my crown is 2 wings up, and I ain't blinged up. 7 levels to his white temple. The Lord's ark is now in your mental. Before the pencil got influential, was commandments and the principles coincidental? I guess it all depends what you into. Judaism, Islam, or Hindu. What's behind your stained glass window? Break it down till it's ground zero. It's your spiritual superhero. Beware the web of the black widow, and don't gossip in her bed or her silk pillow.
Tactical gems, real man, woman, and child. Factual claims, savage, civilized man. Triple pointed system, cross crippling with wisdom. Bars of freedom, wind pyramid building. Tactical gems, real man, woman, and child. Factual claims, savage, civilized man.
Authentic monument, built from the ground, present the prominent, unprecedented conglomerate. A mentally dominant, the mind explorer. Noble tribe in order, build a pyramid, shooting bullets at the eye of Horus. Egalitarian status, all men treated equal. Deep and lethal, greet my people, street Ezekiels. Resurrected from the dead, devils threatening in my head. The message I fled from pamphlets through the pen. Excellence of gemstone statues. Pyramids covered with limestone. The valley of brothers with dry bones. Mothers with cries shown. Heartbreaking installments from concrete cracks. The pyramids are taking our calling. Praise to our great father. Worldly the names altered. Men from the blocks of gold where their flames altered. These lanes contain the lost souls harassed by great robbers. Screaming from the depths of earth where they rain focus. Send a curse to the wicked, excavating our structure. How we call the blueprints, desolating our coverage. The rich worship the dollar. Can't reach the 7th level when that's engraved in blaze bricks. A path to heaven, temple, stone statuette, sun calculation, master right. Path to set over the Sphinx shoulder mat. My scepter's lands are a blessing and curse. Resting on the house of the platform between heaven and earth. Pharaoh garments, wings up and setting our work.
Tactical gems, real man, woman, and child. Factual claims, savage, civilized man. Triple pointed system, cross crippling with wisdom. Bars of freedom, wind pyramid building. Tactical gems, real man, woman, and child. Factual claims, savage, civilized man.
Hey yo, they found my bones laid out in the fetal position. from polar stars, no Kevlar vest, linen clean to my bones. Too many ancient parables, y'all hear inside your headphones. My verse is written in xylophone hieroglyphics. Jesus to the mitten, rebel affinity, wisdom, duty should be understood. I heard the Mount Sinai, not an Air Force flyby, trying to blind the mind's eye. I break it down for you over death intended my ties. Feed us poison, the form of prison that we die by. My words are blink of kyanite, wisdom shine bright. Know the black wings fly free across the skyline. Pyramid buildings, my niggas.
Tactical stems to heal man, woman, and child. Factual claims, savage, civilized man. Triple pointed system, cross crippling with wisdom. Bars of freedom, win pyramid building. Tactical gems to heal man, woman, and child. Factual claims, savage, civilized man.
Shop Kohl's Cyber Deals in-store and online this Saturday. Saturday is the last day to get more bang for your buck. $15 Kohl's Cash for every $50 spent. Presents for them, Kohl's Cash for you. Plus, take an extra 20% off. With an extra 20% off, cashmere sweaters are just $31.99. Sleepwear for the family is $7.99. And bedding sets are only $63.99. This Saturday at Kohl's. Select styles, 20% offer, valid November 25th through 29th with promo code DEALS20. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Right now, save 60% off absolutely everything at Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory at our biggest sale of the year. That's right, 60% off everything in stores and online. Save big with sweaters for adults from $14.99 at Gap Factory. And at Banana Republic Factory, doorbuster sweaters start at $19.99. Hurry, these prices won't last. Search our store locator for your nearest Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory store or shop us online.